Hello and good morning. We're in week 5. Today is Tuesday. I still have to upload your test if I did not already do so. If there's a problem for whatever reason regarding your test, wait till Thursday and then come see me. Let's take a look here. Find the median. Well, look, today's date is 9/10. Write that down and put name, date, and period as always. Okay, so here the median, you got to line them up. So if you line them up, you have a 2, a 3, a 5, a 7, and a 1. And then always count 6 and 6. Okay, well, 6 is even. So the 1 in the middle is right here. In other words, you don't have 1 in the middle. But you got to add up these two. So it's 2 plus 3 divided by 2 because there's two numbers here. So it's 5 divided by 2, which equals 2.5. That is the median. Okay, the 1 in the middle. Now let's keep moving. This one right here, you got to know what this means. This means variance. And to go from the variance to the standard deviation, which is this one, you need to take the square root. So all it is the square root of 5, which is 2 point something. Okay, use your calculator. Let's talk about a new chapter here. On a new sheet of paper, copy all of these notes down. Put down chapter 2. We're going to talk about checking accounts. Okay, so chapter 2. All right, I'm going to slide this up, copy the rest of it. Now let's talk about this. Okay, well, a checking account is an account that you hold at a bank where you can write checks and make deposits. Okay, so you can write checks and make deposits. A check is a written order for the bank to pay funds out of your account. Electronic transfer is like Venmo or PayPal, or where you transfer money from your bank, maybe from checking to savings, or maybe to another person. A payee is a person who receives your check. The person who draws money out of their account is the account owner. Check clearing. When you write a check, you're supposed to have the funds in your account. If you don't have the funds in your account, then you're writing bad checks because you don't have the money, and that is illegal. Deposit slip. It's where you deposit money into your checking account. An ATM machine allows you to get money out of your bank 24 hours a day. A direct deposit is where you have your paycheck go right into your bank account. Most people have direct deposit. A PIN is a number you have to use in order to access your money at an ATM. Let's look at page 68. So open your book up to page 68. And when we get here, you have this. So go to page 68 and let's take a look. All right, so this is a deposit slip. This person, if you had cash, you would list it here. How many dollars and how much change. Okay, so now you have some checks here. This is a deposit slip. So maybe somebody paid you $425, $20 and 550. So the total is $995. That's what you're actually depositing into your account. But you're getting some money out. So you have to subtract and get $795 is the actual deposit. So although you're putting checks into your account, you need some cash. So you want to get $200 out. And that's how you write a deposit slip. Remember, if you deposit cash, it goes right here. All right, flip it over to number 2. If you look at number 2 right here, and I'm on page 69, This right here is where you keep track of everything you do. So your opening balance right here is this amount. And then here you had to write a payment right here to get your car fixed. So what you're going to do is subtract this amount right here. So you're going to subtract 1721.00, and then you're going to get a new amount right here. And if you look, they did that. So it's a running total. You take how much you have in your account minus this, that gives you your new balance. Minus this, because you got your hair, your guitar restrung, and you get this. And then you have a deposit here. Now if it's a deposit, it goes on this side. That means you're putting money into your account, so that's a plus. So now your funds go back up, and then you got to subtract these two and subtract these two. So right now you have $24.99 in your checking account. So when you write a check, you're supposed to log it down so you keep track of how much money you have in your account. Today, you are working the book. Tomorrow I'll have a worksheet for you. But for today, I want you to go to page 69 and work 1 through 17. Okay? Let's keep moving. All right, so the next thing is college algebra. So let's talk about college algebra. Okay, so you were taught how to do greatest common factor. So if you look here, this one has a 2, an x, an x, and an x. This one has a 2 times 4, which is also 2 times 2, which is an x and an x. This is called prime factorization. Now you're looking for what's in common. They have a 2, so you're going to take the 2 out. They have 2 x's, so you're going to take out 2 x's. And now you write what's left. Well, this one, you took out the 2, you took out 2 x's, so you're just left with an x. This one, you took out the 2, but you're left with 4, and there are no x's. And that should be it. And that's how you factor that one. Greatest common factor. This one right here is going to be 2 times 2, to give you that 4, an x, and then 4 of these y's. Remember that? This right here is 2 times 4, which is 2 times 2, which is x, x, y, y, y. Once you do that, you're going to take out what's in common. Well, you have 2 2's here, and you have 2 2's here, so that's 4. So you're going to take out a 4. You have 1x and 1x, so you're going to take out an x. You have 3 y's and 3 y's, so you're going to take out 3 y's. This is called what's in common. What's left is a y plus, and what's left here is a 2x. And that's how you do that. Any questions on the greatest common factor? I also taught you the difference of 2 squares. This is difference because it's a minus. So it's going to be x plus 5. 5 times 5 is 25. And x minus 5. This one's a plus. So you can't factor it because it's not a difference, see? So this one is prime. Okay? Let's talk about today's work. We're doing trinomials. Copy this down right here, and I'll make it bigger so you can see it in the back. Now, when I say know this chart, that's exactly what I mean. Know this chart. So let's take a look here. This is a plus and a plus, so according to the chart, you're going to have 2 pluses, and you're going to be adding to get the middle term. So you're looking for factors, not prime factors, but factors that add up to give you 14. Well, 1 times 48 are factors. 2 times 24 is 48. 3, I'm not sure if 3 works. 3 goes into 4 one time with 1 left over. 3 goes into 18, that should be 6. 6, 12, 18, 6. And that adds up to give you 19, 16 plus 3. So we want to do 4, the next one, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 goes into that 1, 2, and if you add that up, you get 16. We don't want that. 5 doesn't work. 6 times 8. 6 times 8 is 48, and if you add that up, you get 14. So here is your answer. Look, 6 times 8 is 48, and 6 plus, according to the chart, you have to add, and that gives you 14. So your answer for this one is going to be P plus 6 and P plus 8. There it is, and that's how you do that. This one right here is a negative and a positive. A negative and a positive gives you two negatives. If you have two negatives, you're going to add. So right away, you know your answer is going to have two negatives. The only combination to 7 is 1 times 7, and that adds to give you 8. So it's going to be P minus 1 and P minus 7. And that's how you do that. That was an easy one. This one right here, take a look. Copy that down. A negative and a negative, according to the chart, look at the chart, means you're going to subtract. So one's going to be a plus, one's going to be a minus. So the factors of 15 or 1 times 15, and if you subtract, you get 14. 2 doesn't work. 3 times 5. 3 times 5, and if you subtract 5 minus 3, you get 2. So this is the one you want. So you know your answer is going to be a P and a 3, a P and a 5. Your middle term is a minus. So the question is, who gets the plus and who gets the minus? In this case, you want whatever the middle term is goes to the bigger one. So since this is a minus, you want the minus here and the plus here. Now before we go any further, you should always check the outer and the inner. That gives me a negative 5p, the outer, and the inner gives me a positive 3p, and that does give me a negative 2p, which is the middle term. Now, if I ended up with a positive 2p, I would have to switch these signs. We're going to do one more. Try this one. Okay, so if you look at the chart, a plus and a minus is this one. That's the third one. So you're going to be subtracting. Don't confuse these two. They're different. So you're looking for subtraction. So you're going to take 20, put down subtract so you remember. So 20 is 1 times 20. If you subtract, you get 19. We don't want that. 2 times 10, subtract, you get 8. 3 doesn't work. 4 times 5, that's it. 4 and 5 is 20, and when you subtract, you get 1. So we know it's going to be a 4, and we know it's going to be a 5. And I'm using P, but that's okay. You can change that to an R. Okay? So let's finish this one up. Let me make it a little smaller so I have room. Anyway, the middle sign here is a plus. So we want the plus to go with the bigger number. Remember to check the outer, check the inner, make sure you get that term. One more. This one right here is on the bottom of your worksheet today. And what you have to do first is factor out a 2. When you factor out a 2, you're going to get p squared plus 7p plus 12, and then you have to factor this according to the trinomial. This is going to be 3 times 4, I think. 3 times 4 is 12, and when you add the 4 and the 3, you get 7, which is what we want. And plus and a plus is going to be 2 pluses, and that's how you do today's worksheet. Now, I know this is new, but you have to try, okay? So the worksheet is here. If you get stuck, make sure you ask questions. If you can't be with me today, make sure you study the video and learn, okay? Remember, learning is the key, and that opens the door for your future. All right, so anyway, have a good morning, and I'll see you guys in class.